In this video, we are going to demonstrate how to multiply a 2 by 2 matrix to a 2 by 1. Okay, 2 by 2 matrix means 2 rows, 2 rows, and 2 columns, 2 columns. We know that the rows are the horizontal numbers. -8 and 5, that's a row. 20 and -30, that's a row, that's 2 rows. And a column is -8 and 20, and 5 and -30, 2 rows and 2 columns. The second matrix now is a 2 by 1, meaning 2 rows and 1 column. The -2 by itself will form a row, and the 3 by itself will form a row. So that's a top row and a bottom row. And only 1 column, the -2 and the 3 vertically makes a column. Now, when you are multiplying matrices, you must multiply the row to the column. Okay? And you have to multiply corresponding entries or corresponding numbers so that you can use all the numbers in the row correspond to all the numbers in the column. So as you can see, in this row, you have two entries, -8 and 5. And in this column, you have 2 entries, -2 and 3. So therefore, multiplication is possible. Okay? Also, our result now, which is our product, will be the number of rows in our product will be determined by the number of rows in the first matrix. So because the first matrix has 2 rows, our answer will have 2 rows. Now the number of columns is determined by the second matrix. So because our second matrix have 1 column, our final answer will have 1 column. So therefore our answer will have 2 rows and 1 column. So our final answer will be a 2 by 1. 2 rows in the first, 1 column in the second. Our final answer will be a 2 by 1. Okay, so let us make a template of our product, which is our answer. So I'm just copying this and I'm going to delete it. Right. Now, how can we get the numbers in our answer? We have to multiply and add. Always remember, when you are multiplying matrices, you have to multiply and add. Okay, you must do some addition. 99% of the time, you have to do some addition when you multiply matrices. Bear in mind, I said 99% because there is a special case where you don't have to add. Okay, it's just a 1 by 1 and 1 by 1, and that's it. But the rest of the cases, you must add whenever you are multiplying matrices because you have to use all the numbers in the rows towards all the numbers in the column of the second. So I'm going to pause a bit for you to write down this question and for you to start participating in the video, because anytime you're looking at a math video, you must participate to be involved in the video so that you can learn what is being explained. So let us resume. So to get this entry there, to get this number there, we have to multiply the -8 to the -2. And means add. Bear that in mind. And in algebra and in arithmetic means add. 5 and 5 is 10. A negative and a negative is another negative. You withdraw and you withdraw, you have withdrawn. Okay? And is plus. Bear that in mind. 6 and 4 is 10. You add it. So you're going to multiply -8 times -2 and means plus. You're going to multiply 5 times 3. First times first, second in the row times second in the column. Okay? So let me write this down. -8 times -2. Symbolab is using the point as multiply. So you have the x as multiply, but you also have a dot as multiply. They are two very popular. Well, the dot is not so popular. The x is more popular, but the dot is also the symbol for multiplication. Okay, and brackets too. So -8 times -2 and 5 times 3, just to get the first entry. That's the first row. And the other row, remember, is 2 rows, but 1 column. So we come down to get the other row, which is 1 number in that case. the 20 times the negative 2, and means plus the negative 30 times the 3. Okay? Equal. We can use our calculator for this. Negative 8 times negative 2 plus that's negative 16. That's positive 16, sorry, a negative times a negative is a positive. So that's, and 5 times 3 is 15. So that's basically 16 plus 15. That should give us 31. Did you all get 31?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And please practice mental arithmetic because paper 1 is no calculators. 20 times negative 2, that's negative 40. And negative 30 times 3, that's negative 90. A negative and a negative, negative 40. And negative 30. That will give us what? Negative 70.
Negative.
And that should be your answer. As you can see, it's 2 rows and 1 column.